Welcome to the introduction to the student quiz activity in RWTHmoodle. In this video, you will get a basic overview of the student quiz. The student quiz is a collaborative activity. Therefore, your cooperation is required. In the student quiz, you can create your own questions as well as answer and rate the questions created by your fellow students or lecturers. You can find out how to do this in this video. First, we will show you how to create and add your own questions. Click on Create New Question and select a question type in the pop-up window. Which question types are displayed here depends on your lecturer's settings. One of the most frequently used question types is the multiple choice question. Let's take this as an example. After you have selected the multiple choice question, you assign a question name and a question text. The default mark should remain at 1. You can assign a general feedback if you want the same feedback or other explanations to be displayed after the attempt, regardless of the answers selected. You can also set whether it is one answer only, with only one correct answer option, or multiple answers allowed, with several correct answer options. With the answer options, note that you must assign a percentage grade for each individual answer option. These grades should be distributed among the answer options in such a way that the sum of the grades of all correct answers is 100%. It is advisable to distribute the percentage scores evenly. For a multiple choice question with 2 correct and 2 incorrect answers, 50% should therefore be awarded for each correct answer option and minus 50% for each incorrect answer option. In addition, specific feedback can optionally be stored for each question. This is always displayed to participants when the answer option is selected, regardless of whether the answer is correct or incorrect. The other configuration options can remain in the default setting. Now click on Save Changes to submit the question. In other question types, other configuration options may be available to you. If you are unsure about this, please contact your lecturer. Once you have saved the question, depending on your lecturer's settings, it will either be visible immediately or will have to be approved by them once it has been successfully checked. All submitted questions receive a status value, which you can see in the main view of the student quiz in the S column. Newly submitted questions can be recognized by a rectangle and can still be edited by you. You can also edit your own questions in the status values Changed and Reviewable. As soon as a question has been approved or disapproved, you can no longer edit the question. The status value does not affect the visibility of the question, but helps you and the lecturers to keep track of the processing status of the questions. You can answer all questions in the student quiz, that is both your own questions and those of your fellow students and lecturers. You can decide for yourself which questions you want to practice. Using the available filters, you can put together your own set of questions and then answer the selected questions. Of course, you can also select all questions, but this may result in a lot of questions at once. After each question you have answered in the student quiz, you can rate its quality. You can choose between 1 star up to 5 stars. You can also add an optional comment. This feedback helps you and your fellow students to continuously improve the quality of the questions. The difficulty column shows the percentage of correct answers to a question based on all attempts. Your individual difficulty based on your own attempts is illustrated by yellow flashes. The blue background shows the average difficulty based on the answers of all quiz participants. A higher value indicates a higher difficulty and that the question was answered correctly less often. If you have answered many questions correctly, this will have a positive effect on your ranking. A ranking list is displayed in the expandable block drawer on the right. This shows you your position in the student quiz compared to your fellow students. Several criteria are included in the ranking, including how many of your own questions you have created, how well these were rated by the other quiz participants, and how many questions you have answered correctly. The exact criteria and their weighting will be displayed if you click on More below the ranking list. Thank you for your attention and have fun using the student quiz. If you have any questions or feedback about the student quiz, please contact the IT service desk.